In this video I will be wrapping together a tumbled stone with a small heart-shaped stone. Use any tumbled stone that you wish. If you need more help with how to wrap irregular shaped stones, see my video for beginner's guide to wire wrapping tumbled stones. My tumbled stone is a tangerine or a quartz. My heart is lapis lazuli. Start by deciding where to wrap the wires together to best secure your tumbled stone. I am going to use 2 sets of wraps at the bottom and 2 sets of wraps at the top. My base wires are 0.8mm soft bare copper wire. I have 4 12-inch lengths and 1 8-inch length. Start with the short wire. This will be the centre wire. Start weaving approximately ½ inch from the centre of the wire. I am weaving with 0.2mm wire. Wrap the weaving wire 3 times around the wire. Add the first long wire below the short wire. The short wire should be centralised to the long wire. Wrap twice around both wires. Add the next long wire below the others. Wrap twice around the 2 bottom wires. Wrap twice around the 2 upper wires. Add the next wire above the short wire. Wrap twice around the 2 top wires. Add the last wire above the other wires. Wrap twice around the 2 upper wires. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one above it. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one below it. Wrap twice around the 2 bottom wires. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one below it. Wrap 3 times around the middle wire. Remove the excess weaving wire. Roughly work out where the next set of weaves will sit. Wrap the wires together the same way as the first set of weaves. I am checking that the weaves are centralised on the wires. Make sure that you have the same amount of wire from the weaves from both ends. You can reposition the weaves if they are not in the right place by gently pushing them with your fingers up or down the wires. I am happy with the position of my two sets of weaves. Roughly work out where the weaves will be at the top of the stone. The weave pattern will be the same as the others, but on this side I am working upside down. Start by wrapping 3 times around the middle wire. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one above it. Wrap twice around the 2 top wires. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one above it. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one below it. Wrap twice around the 2 lower wires. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one below it. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one above it. Wrap twice around the 2 top wires. Wrap twice around the middle wire and the one above it. And wrap 3 times around the middle wire. Flip the wires back around and add the final set of weaves. This pattern is the same as the first 2. I am adjusting this last set of weaves. Shape the wires around the stone. I am using some tape to hold the stone in position. Separate the short middle wires. Cross the short wires over each other at the top of the stone. Bring the rest of the wires together. Wrap the short wires a few times around the rest of the wires. Peel back some of the tape. At the bottom of the stone, gently bend the two outer wires on each side so that they bend over the edge of the stone, securing it in position. Repeat the process on the sides of the stone. You don't have to use your nails, feel free to use pliers. Separate the top wires into two sets of 4 and bend them away from each other. There will be a small gap between the middle wires. Try to bend them to sit next to each other. Weave the wires with 0.2 mm wire. Start by wrapping twice around the 2 middle wires to anchor the weaving wire. Wrap twice around the 2 bottom wires. Wrap twice around the 2 middle wires. Wrap twice around the 2 top wires. Now take the weaving wire around the back of the wires and back to the bottom wires. Repeat the same pattern twice more. Bend the 2 outer wires out of the way. Wrap the middle wires together. Wrap twice around both wires. Wrap twice around just the lower wire. Repeat this pattern 7 more times. Finish by wrapping the weaving wire twice around the upper wire, bringing the weaving wire between the 2 wires and to the back of the weave. Remove the excess weaving wire. Repeat the process on the other side. This time, when wrapping together the 2 middle wires, wrap twice around both wires and then twice around the upper wire instead of the lower wire like on the other side. The heart will sit between the sets of weaves. On both sides of the pendant, bend the outer wires inwards. Where the outer wires cross over each other, gently bend the wires upwards. Repeat with the rest of the wires. Place the heart into position between the front and back wires. Hold the heart in position while gently bringing the wires to meet each other at the top center of the heart. At the back, take the two middle wires and cross them over each other. Wrap the two middle wires a few times around the rest of the wires to secure the heart. Remove the excess from the two middle wires. Back to the two short wires. Trim to the same length. Use the tip of round nose pliers to start making a loop at the end of the wires. Trim off a small amount from the end of the wires. Continue forming the loops and start coiling the wires. Switch to pliers with a flat nose to continue rolling the wires into flat coils. Position one coil at the top of the tumble stone and the other at the base of the heart. At the top, separate the wires. You will have 2 wires at the back and 4 wires at the front. Separate the middle front wires and bend them forwards out of the way. Bring the back wires between the 2 front wires and separate into pairs. Bend the pairs of wires away from each other at almost a 90-degree angle. I am weaving with 0.2mm wire. Start with the weaving wire coming up between the pairs of wires. Start with the first pair of wires. Wrap twice around the inner wire. Wrap twice around both wires. Wrap twice around the inner wire, bringing the weaving wire back up between the pairs of wires. Now move to the other pair of wires. Wrap twice around the inner wire. Wrap twice around both wires. Wrap twice around the inner wire, bringing the weaving wire back up between the pairs of wires. Now return to the first pair of wires. Continue this weaving pattern, passing from one pair of wires to the other while maintaining the gap between the 2 pairs of wires. I have woven for 1 centimetre. Bend the wires back towards each other. The wires should cross over each other 1 centimetre from the top of the weave. Bend the wires back away from each other. Leave a small gap between the pairs where they should meet, big enough for the 2 separated front wires to fit when we add them back to the weave. Continue the weaving pattern. This part is a little tricky as your weaves will want to escape downhill. Just be patient and use your fingers to hold the wires in place as you weave. Turn the pendant to the back and trim off the tail of the weaving wire. I am using this small screwdriver to help me shape the bail. Use something similar, approximately 5mm in diameter. Bend the bail at the widest part of the weave. Take the two separated front wires and bend them over the centre of the bail, pulling them down to make a small dip in the bail. At the back, bend the middle wires to fit in position between the two pairs of wires. I will refer to the wires as wires 1 to 6 from the bottom. Wrap twice around wires 1 and 2. Wrap twice around wires 2 and 3. Wrap twice around wires 3 and 4. Wrap twice around wires 4 and 5. Wrap twice around wires 5 and 6. Bring the weaving wire round the back of the wires and repeat the pattern twice more. Finish by wrapping twice around wires 1 and 2. Trim off the excess weaving wire. Bend the two outer wires to the front, crossing them over at the base of the bail. At the back, trim the next two outer wires, leaving 1 cm excess. Use round nose pliers to make a loop in the cut ends. Trim the last two wires, leaving 2 cm excess. Make a loop in the cut ends. Trim the front wires to the same length and coil the wires, positioning them at the base of the bale. At the back, take a small length of weaving wire and thread it under the wires crossing over the back of the heart. Wrap the weaving wire a few times around the lower looped wires at the bottom of the bale. Thread the weaving wire back under one of the wires securing the stone, and then a few more times around the looped wires. This will secure the bale wires to the back of the pendant. Thank you for watching. Please join me for my next video.